The rain was pounding so hard you'd think someone was banging on the walls throughout the house. Every now and then, flashes of light would fill the windows as lightning would go off, and once it was done, the world would go back to being pitch black again. It was about 2 a.m., and hunger pangs wouldn't let me sleep. I personally thought I'd eaten well throughout the day, but with my stomach grumbling so heavily, I couldn't argue against it. Once I could no longer deny the fact that I was starving and craved some good food, I decided to order a pizza through Uber Eats, hoping the comfort food would help me settle. Stumbling through the dark hallway, I made my way over to the living room and picked up the phone I'd left on the couch. The brightness as I turned it on almost made me go blind, so I adjusted it and started making my order. The rain was starting to let up, but I wasn't sure if there'd really be anyone who'd pick up my order. But the desire to have pizza held strong inside me, so I wasn't going to give up that easily. At last, the app notified me that my order was picked up quickly and that the estimated delivery time was eerily fast. But strangely, the icon on the tracker wasn't going anywhere. I waited 5 minutes, then another 5 minutes. I tried reloading the page, but again the icon wasn't working. It was likely a glitch due to the storm or something else, I thought to myself. But the page started glitching on me to the point where everything was frozen, and I couldn't even turn off my phone. Just as my frustration was reaching its peak, I noticed that at some point the screen changed to let me know that my order had arrived. What? When? Looking out the window, I couldn't see any cars or anyone, but the tracker showed that they were right in front of my house. Nervously, I tossed on a jacket and opened my front door. I almost cried out in shock. When looking out the window before, there was nothing there. But now, I could see a big black car parked in front of my house. Even if it was black though, I'm sure I would have noticed. Something I did notice, however, was that no lights were on inside the car. It wasn't because their windows were tinted or anything, because when the car door opened, the lights weren't on then either. I descended down my stairs at a very slow pace as I waited for someone to emerge from the darkness in the car with my order. Although now, I was reluctant to actually take it. A figure shrouded in a black hoodie and a dark face mask almost seemed to float smoothly out the car. They held the pizza box in one hand, silently took a few steps, and held it out for me to come and take it. They were 8 or 9 feet away from me. I wasn't going to come and take it from them. The last thing I wanted was for me to come close enough so that others could attack me or something. I was not going to assume that they were the only ones in the car. "Excuse me, could you come over and bring that to me?" I asked with the politeness I really had to try and muster. I couldn't see the person's face, but I could tell they felt annoyed by what I said. Even so, they walked, without making a single sound, to me and held out the box once more. I took the box, and as I did, they looked up slightly. I couldn't see their face, but their eyes were a piercing, unnatural blue that seemed to just glow paranormally. I muttered a thanks and closed the door, But as I walked away, I heard a whisper. "Enjoy your last meal." Chills ran down my spine, and my eyes widened as I felt apprehensive. I looked through the peephole in my door, but the car was gone without making a single sound. By now, the rain had completely come to a stop, so not even the noise of rain was present anymore. The air held this dry feeling of fear that made me think that something greater than I could ever know just happened. Or perhaps that was just me. I still couldn't believe that neither the sound of footsteps from the delivery driver nor the sound of the car's engine had been heard. I opened the pizza box. Everything was there like it should have been. The pizza looked really delicious, but I threw the box away, locked all the doors, and spent the night with all the lights on. The next day, I opened my door to go outside and remember the events that had happened when something caught my eye. On my door, which hadn't been there before, were claw marks that looked like they were made from a sharp object. Later on, I would notice freaky fingerprints on my windows and would have to make an important decision. Hope you enjoyed that story, and I'll see you in the next one. See you on the flip side.